If you're an online fitness coach, you might want to create a monthly newsletter to keep you engaged with your prospects and clients. I'm going to show you how to do it using Go High Level. And my name is Matt. I help online coaches and gyms and fitness businesses automate their businesses. So let's get started. There's two major ways that you can do this. You can either do it ad hoc, and the way you would literally do that is super simple. So you're in Go High Level, you've got some contacts already. The easiest way that you can do this is literally select all. So you click on this one here, and if you have more than 10 records or more than 25 records that it shows, it'll ask you, do you want to select all records? That's what you do. And you click this little send email, and you would press OK. And you can either, if you've got a template, fantastic. If not, you just put in your information and you write your newsletter here. That's it. Send all at once, done, right? That's one way of doing it. However, if you're looking to automate this a little bit more so that you don't have to write the newsletter every single month, you want to batch do it, you want to write 12 and then set up a sequence to keep people engaged, you can do this as well. So what you're going to need to do is go into automation, and there's a couple of steps you need to take. So the first thing that we're going to do is when a lead actually comes in, you need to tag them, right? I'm going to show you a quick example of this. So in this situation, a form's been filled out, and that's my client inquiry form, or it's a lead magnet form or something along those lines. For example, this one's just meal plan generator, right? And the additional step that needs to be added into these workflows is adding a contact tag. And the tag is going to be something that's going to denote us putting into the newsletter sequence. So I'm just going to say newsletter for the time being. We're going to add this new tag, and it's newsletter. Then you would just put this on every single workflow that you do where people enter into your business. So people enter in your business, they get tagged with newsletter no matter what. And our next step is actually to create the workflow to house the newsletter. So I'm going to go create workflow, and we're going to start from scratch. Now, Go High Level has some recipes that you can use to build out like a long-term nurture sequence. However, I'm going to show you how to do it from scratch today, just because I think it's easier, just to learn yourself. So what I'm going to do is name this newsletter sequence. And what it's going to do is, spell that correctly, newsletter sequence. What it's going to do is going to have a trigger be that tag, so contact tag, and we're going to add a filter because we only want when this specific tag of newsletter is added for this to run. Now, if we think about this from a client's perspective for a minute, they're engaging with the business, and either they're inquiring or they are engaging with a lead magnet. They're not necessarily expecting a newsletter sequence immediately. So you want to give them the opportunity to settle, decompress, whatever it might be. And the way that we do that is by giving them some reprieve. So the first thing we want to do is add a 7-day delay. So we're going to press wait on the actions list, and we're going to change this to 7 and change this to days. So 7 days, and we're going to save the action. Now, you should probably think about how you want to approach this. Do you want your active clients to get these messages or not? Or do you just want it to be prospects? If you want it to be everyone, that's fine. You can just continue on. However, if you want it only to be your prospects who don't have the active client tag, then you can continue on with this. So we're going to add a plus here, and we're going to type in if else. So if you don't know if else logic, it's basically just conditional logic. So if this is true, then proceed. If this is false, don't proceed. So what we're going to do is we're going to select contact details, and we're going to find the tags. So in this situation, if the tag does not include active client, because you would assume that active client gets applied when they actually become a client, then we're going to proceed. So we're going to save this action, and it also gives you 7 days from when they inquire to actually close them. That's pretty safe. So if it's anything longer than 7 days, you should probably book in with me. Cool. Anyway, so first things first, if tag does not include active clients, we're going to proceed. So the first thing we're going to have is an email. So we're going to send an email, and this will be newsletter 1, right? Newsletter 1, and blah, 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 blah. And then we would save action. Our next step is going to be a wait step, which is going to be 30 days. And then we're going to save that, right? And then you literally just repeat what you've got here 12 times. So copy actions, and then you can start copying like more at a time. I think I did the wrong one. One sec. Yeah, I did. Let's just copy these, copy all actions from here, then boom. And then you can just continue to copy and paste these in here, right? And obviously you would go through, you would change this to like newsletter 2. You'd write a different newsletter. And the thing with newsletters is a lot of people use them and they're like completely like generic information. So it doesn't actually matter. It's not like an updating newsletter. It's more like the first newsletter could be about weight loss. The second newsletter could be about programming. The third newsletter could be about how to structure habits. It's not so much that it's about relevant recent events. It's more about an opportunity for you to build like educational trust. So you're teaching people something, or their information is, the information you're providing actually helps them in some way or another. If you like wanted to take this approach and like condense it into like 3 weeks, you could do that too. It wouldn't be so much a newsletter. It's more like a educational workflow. However, it's the same concept. So that's just a really short approach to email newsletters. I think people overcomplicate them dramatically. If you wanted to get a little bit fancy with it, you can always jump into sort of marketing on the left here, and you can like create some email templates where you can like drag and drop an editor. Respectfully, I don't love them. I think one of the most famous quotes from, I think it was like Gary Halbert, one of those marketing guys, was people sort their mail over the trash can. And that is talking about when like flyers used to really be a really big thing, and like letterbox drops, and you would get a lot of your marketing information through the mail. And so when people got their mail, they would look at all the letters, things that look like letters, and then they would get like the catalogs and stuff like that and just throw them straight in the trash. If your emails look too much like catalogs, like these really artistic approaches to things, people aren't going to engage as much as you would think. You think people want to see those bright, colorful things. They really don't. They just want to see consistent messaging, and they want it to be easy to digest. And I think in a world full of chaos, being able to connect via just some transcript of like your words is super powerful. So consider that when it comes into play of what you're actually doing. Mind you, if you wanted to do some like simple aesthetics things, then sure, if that's your brand, great. However, if you're just looking to like actually get clients, then I'd probably leave the fluff behind and just focus on what matters, and that's delivering the content. So I hope you guys found this useful. Again, bit of a shorter one, but I will see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.